We are back with another war video today, and this is going to be the final war of season 53, I think. This video is coming out very late, but our war rewards are also very late, so maybe I'm not that late. We are going to be using Viv for one final time, hopefully. Prof X and then Photon. I think we have 6 fights only. For this war, it was extremely unlikely we were going to get top 10 if we won this. And it didn't look like we would fall out of Masters, but just to be safe, obviously we're going to be properly boosting, going all out. First up, we have Prof X here versus Doom. We're just going to parry heavy to our special 3. I think I do make a mistake here. And annoyingly, we are going to have to play around, obviously, his special 1 if he throws it, which he does here. I think I just eat this like I'm bad. We can't heavy punish our parry heavy when he has his aura, obviously, as he'll resist. Here we're going to get the rest of our charges while we're faltered, or we have our falter ready. Now, we just want to stick... No, we're not going to stick a reparry. I think we're just going to heavy into it. We're waiting out his aura for no reason whatsoever. Heavy charge under special 3, and that is the fight. Obviously, we had Photon on our team who would work much better. But we needed to get Prof X 1 charge for his mini-boss fight. And this was the fight that made the most sense to do it, in my opinion. Or maybe really the only one we had on our path that worked. But I think this is going to end up being a little short. I'm going to throw one final one, and this fight will be down. All right. And we're going to make our way to our next fight. We're going to throw on Science Boost real quick. 150 because we need the final 200 for another fight. We are going to set our boosts to our bleed mastery, double checking it. And I think we're just going to go in with the PS1 we used previously. Our gray boost situation is getting slightly dire. So we're just going to roll with this with 20 seconds left. Gonna jump in. This fight, super easy fight. I've taken Rintrah a couple times with Photon. She's obviously not tactic, but you can punish Rintrah's special 1 very easily. Duped Photon is also neutralize immune, which is obviously very good. Here we're trying to get out a special 1. He's going to throw it. We're going to punish the heavy. I don't have a good reason why we did that. We're going to throw our first special 2 though. Bait out the special 1. Combo right away. Heavy here. Full combo. Special 2. Now we're in pure light form. It's going to do more damage. He throws a special 1 right away. We're going to punish. Heavy. Bait out one more special 1, and then we're going to go for the kill here. And down he goes. So, nice and smooth. A little bit of a longer fight, but not too shabby. We're going to make our way to our final Viv fights of the season. Hopefully ever and more. They put Havok and Dust both in a row. So, yeah, it just made sense for Viv to do both. Bans were pretty typical bans. So, Ironheart was gone. Weapon X was gone. Or not Weapon X. Elite Death Strike was gone. So, yeah. So typical play, get to our special 2, then throw special 1s. I do have an issue with this fight where I kind of remember the issue I had previously where the special 1s were not doing enough damage. I don't know why sometimes I've had 0 issue and other times I've had problems. My new guess is that it is to inequity, because I am going to have a lot of debuffs on me. Unless there's some way that my armor up is tied to my damage, which, yeah, that's possible for sure. You're going to see this is not going to do a ton of damage. We dex into the next one. Throw one more. And we're very close, but not completely done. I throw this one. We're out of light charges there, so that one I know I was out of light charges, so that was the main reason the damage is low. Here, I just need to get a combo off to get out of here. Of course, it doesn't kill. Phase one more combo, and down he goes. So, no hits taken, just damage taken from the recoil mastery. We're going to heal back up real quick and jump into this dust fight. I have died to dust before with Viv here. I also died to that fight, but that was a mastery issue. So we're boosted, got the invul rolling. And we're going to go in here. Key thing for these tactic fights, I think, with Viv is to just always do 5-hit combos. Here, her combos were a bit odd, so I wanted to make sure I got the spacing right before I did it. The reason you do 5-hit combos is that 15 hits, she goes to her power gain. And I want to make sure I have just applied my passive heal block when she does that. So you see here, 5 hits, she's out her power gain. The heal block's there. It does drop off before the power gain. It's not a big deal usually. She goes up to a bar power. We just need to get this out before we get cornered. She throws it. When you're that close, you can punish it. We're going to full 5-hit combo into our special 2. The special 2 also does 5 hits. She's now unblockable and will be the rest of the fight, which is to be expected. Here we're going to full combo into the special 1. Double medium, special 1. We're going to bait a dash, dex into our special 1 again. And that's the fight. And we had another special 1 locked and loaded. We've had a hard hold block and baited her into attacking us though. Our next fight is going to be Man-Thing here with Prof X. Done this fight plenty of times. To be honest, probably could have done it with no charges. Man-Thing doesn't have the largest health pool, especially, when compared to like Sasquatch or something. So a no charge Prof X could work, especially since mine's rank 3. But, better just be safe. We'll get a parry heavy to our special 3. We want to make sure we throw our special 3 when the Fury is on. Fury is up, the protection is down. And then besides that, yeah, not much going on here. Ideally, I wanted to just bait one special 2 without triggering dex, but that didn't happen, of course. And now he's getting really spammy with the special ones, which is annoying. Partially because I'm worried that I'm going to miss time at dex and he's going to have like 1,000 prowess, which you can see it's already building quite a bit. Here I'm going to dash back. We're going to throw our special 3. Fury's up. And that is going to be the fight for Man-Thing. Couple more. I think just 2 more and he'll be down. Oh, just 1 more. All right. And now we're going to make our way to the final fight of our season. This Mangog here. I'm going to be taking with Photon with Mr. F pre-fights. I haven't done this myself, actually, but we've assigned it a couple times. It usually ends up a bit sloppy, but we usually pull out the win. So we're going to invul. I will say the one thing I'm not the biggest fan of is that We hit our pure light form really early. I think kind of ideal would be maybe around like 15 or 14 charges going in. But I can't exactly make sure I get to that point. That'd be ridiculous to try and time it. Here, I do want to bait out a couple special ones before he gets his unblockable. I am heaving when I can to refresh the Mr. F pre-fights, as you see I'm doing here. I want to bait out one more special one. We're then going to get a full combo to our first special 2. So as you can see, we've already gone from 25 down to 11. So at some point, we are going to lose our charges. I want to bait out one more special one from him if we can. I think he does play nice and throw it. Yeah, he does. We punish this, we'll pause our form. I think we full combo into the relic. At this point, we're going to try and push him to special 3s and eat it with our invul. Here comes our special 2. Couple crits, but not a ton. Here we lost our pure light form, so there's a chance we could miss. We should have played a bit safer. So we lost our invul. Not ideal, but Photon's super tanky. We have the special 3 defense boost. And she applies a lot of debuffs, so an equity is in our favor. She takes off about 10% of health. Here, he still has his power gain, so we can still miss, which we're aware of. We're going to throw the special 2 off. Gets him really close. Full combo. He has his power gain again, so we can miss. Thankfully, we don't, though, and we close out the fight, so... A little sloppy, but, not too bad. We could have probably ate 2 more special 3s at least. But that does end my war. We do win this war pretty handily. It doesn't seem like PALO was pushing at the end of the season. I think they may have already known they weren't going to get Masters. So we do win this final war, which was good. We did not play amazing, if I remember right, but we were able to grab a win. This did lock up Masters for us. I think we ended up 12th, 13th. I think we moved up to 12th with the noon dock. So yeah, not our best season. Obviously, we had a lot of easy matchups. Matchmaking was a bit of a mess. We faced some tougher alliances at the beginning and then had some easier ones at the end. But finish Masters, which is always the goal going in for any season. Now we'll jump over to my final stats of the season. All right, looking at final stats, we went 65-2. Not our best season ever. Yeah, kind of mediocre season. I don't love giving up multi-death seasons, especially since one of the deaths was me being really stupid with Bishop versus Bullseye. So a death that was extremely preventable. The other death was against Mangog with Doc Ock, which, not great, but it is what it is kind of thing. Looking at kills, I feel like Ironheart has more kills than that, but maybe I'm wrong. Whatever. That might not add up right. The main champ we used of this season was Photon. But yeah, these kills are all incorrect. It's fine. Photon had the most kills. Professor X had the second most. I think he ended up with like 12 or something. And then the rest of the people kind of just had a big sprinkling of different fights. Yeah, it was mainly Photon and then a decent spread, kind of depending on the war and how many people were banned. For type of path fights, we did 39 fights, path fights, 15 shared, and then 9 mini. That also doesn't add up right, does it? All right, this table's all screwed up. I'm not re-recording this. So we did go 65-2, though. So overall this season and this tactic was not my favorite in any way. I think the main thing for me was the pull of champs. I think the tactic itself was overall fine. But the pull of champs was just really bad. A lot of them didn't make any sense for the tactic on what you wanted to do, having a lot of debuffs rolling it all the time. There's plenty of science champs specifically that would have made a lot more sense. Scorpion applies a ton of debuffs. Spider-Ham applies a tons of debuffs. I don't think Titania was even... there's just so many champs that applied tons of debuffs. That would have made a ton more sense for this tactic. So it was kind of a miss for me. mainly on the champion pool. So, getting stuck to using Viv or Doc Ock was not fun. But hopefully that won't be the case moving forward. We obviously have Decay next, and with Sugar Pill, which is it's going to be very low deaths, is a very easy tactic. I would have much preferred a different one, but that is what was voted on by everyone else. So deaths are going to be low. They added new champs in that make it even easier, in my opinion. Adding Nefaria is very helpful, especially with Silk and Nefaria being banned the first season, and then Luke's banned this following season, so you're kind of safe with having one really good attacker at all times. But it'll make things interesting, and at least it is abbreviated for the holidays. But yeah, so 65-2, that's our season. Masters finish, somewhat mediocre to poor war season from a stats perspective, but we'll pick it up next season hopefully, and see how it goes. That is going to do it for this video and this season though. Thank you for watching.